Hi YouTube, it's Kathy, and I'm here to do the Back from Booknet Fest tag. This was started by Injiri, who I will obviously link down below. She made this tag in response to the tag that I made, which is the Booknet Fest tag, so that one you do before going, this one you do when you get home. Since she says I inspired her creating this tag, I feel like I need to do it even though I don't know if I have the best answers for the questions, but we're gonna try it. The first prompt is to explain your Booknet Fest experience in one word, and this year I'm going to use passionate. The second question is, what was your favorite session and why? And this is where my answers start getting higgledy-piggledy because I don't know if I can pick a favorite. Weekends like this that are just filled with panels kind of swarm all together in my head and become this amorphous, amazing experience, and it's hard to pick out what was discussed at what point and that type of thing. What I can tell you is the panels I was on seemed like they went by in 5 seconds flat. They didn't feel like an hour long because they were just such an immersive discussion, and half the time I would forget there were other people listening in to us talk about what we were talking about. On the first day I moderated 5 out of 5 stars, where we were talking about rating systems and giving the pros and cons and how it affects the way we review things. Immediately after that I was on a panel for They Changed the Thing I Love, where we talked about adaptations, and I got to rant about The Dark Tower 2 questions in, because of course I did. And on the second day I was very happy to moderate the intersection of reading and writing books. It was my friend Taylor's first panel she's ever been on, so I was just so pleased to be moderating it. The third question is, what is the most interesting thing you learned? And I have a joke answer for this one because I don't follow J.K. Rowling on Twitter because it seems like it's kind of probably a trash fire. I didn't know that she decided that wizards just poop in the hallways and then magic that poop away and don't actually use toilets. I didn't know about that, so I learned that at Booknet Fest and went, but why? The fourth question is, were there any conversations that you had at Booknet Fest that you think that we should keep having throughout the rest of the year? I had a great conversation with Adriana from Perpetual Pages and Brody from A2 Brody, which was actually filmed as a collaboration, so that will come out eventually. I haven't edited it yet. But we basically just sat in a room with a camera and talked about queer books and queer books we've loved, queer books we're looking forward to, that type of thing, and I obviously just want to keep having that conversation forever. Number 5 was, what was your most memorable moment? And I guess I learned that I can chair dance to the song Pony, and that I can jump on top of that chair in heels. So thank you, Booknet Fest Prom. I also just really love this moment at the meet and greet where somebody sat down next to me and was just like, I think I'm peopled out, but we still have 45 minutes to go, and we just talked to each other instead of feeling like we had to be as good as everybody else at like getting up and talking in large groups, because if there's more than 4 people in a conversation, I get lost in it. I was definitely open to having more conversations, and as more people came by, we did have them, but I didn't feel like I had to be up and around and running around and doing something that's against my personality type. I also really love spending times in the villas with my friends, as well as the excellent trivia night that was put on. That was a lot of fun. My team did not win, and we did not care. We went into it knowing we're probably not going to win this, but we're going to have fun answering the questions in ridiculous ways when we don't know the answers. Number 6 is, in what way does Booknet Fest add value to the bookish community? And it's taking conversations from online to offline. And I don't mean that in a we're not making it public type of way and we're discussing it behind scenes. I mean it in a actually being able to communicate with people in real time type of way. There are all these people that we interact with online but we never get to see, and when we finally get to meet physically in person, it's an automatic friendship. It's a friendship that already existed, but it's just heightened in some way. And then of course it's a convention filled with people that have similar interests to you, aka books, so meeting more people that you wouldn't have otherwise met is just such a wonderful experience. Number 7 is, show us your swag, your bookshop treasures, or something you picked up from a vendor. I picked up a lot of bookmarks, I picked up a lot of business cards, I picked up this beautiful t-shirt which is so soft and I love. If there's one event in the world where I will buy the t-shirt without knowing what the final design is, it's this one. That happened this year. We didn't know the final design when we had to get the orders in. I knew it was going to be amazing, and of course it is, and it is so soft. I love it so much. I also pre-ordered some books for myself and picked them up in Orlando, and then there were other books that friends were unhauling that they brought to give to me, which I am so thankful for. And then of course when I arrived home a couple of days later, Ruthless Gods showed up on my doorstep, and I'm very excited about that. Number 8 is to shout out a few content creators that inspire you from Booknet Fest, and just so many human beings. The short and easy answer is, if we talk to each other at Booknet Fest, you inspire me. That may sound cheesy and like a cop-out, but it's really not. Everyone there was just so open and just so passionate, and I loved it. Number 9 is, if you plan on coming back next year, is there anything you would like to change? And I would honestly like to see this expand from a 2-day event to a 3-day event. I just want more panels in my life. I just love panels so much. Being on them, watching them, moderating them. I love them so much. If we got to a point in the future where it was a Friday, Saturday, Sunday event, I would just be elated. The final prompt is to show your prom photo or any other photos that you have from the event, so I'm just going to show those to you now. I did get 3 of them as printouts. I mostly just sent them to myself via email. Of course, because there was no footage of me dancing to Pony, I had to do somewhat of a recreation in the hallway. There we have it. That is the Back from Booknet Fest tag. If you went to Booknet Fest and you haven't already done this tag, you are tagged to do it. If you don't feel like doing the tag but just want to talk about the event, let me know about it down in the comments below. On the way down to the comments, if you hit that subscribe button, that would be very nice of you. You can like and share this as you see fit, and I will see you very soon. Bye!